All right, we back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. Shout out to everybody that's supporting what we doing. We're gonna do a Piston preview show. Might break it up into two shows or do one, really long show. I think I'll do two. All right. Shout out to everybody out there that's supporting the Detroit dedicated channels, man. Sports, current events, whatever it may be. Got some more different material coming to the page as well. I run a whole different entire other page, so it's difficult kind of juggling too, but I'll stay consistent on both for the most part, man. So I'm going to talk about Andre Drummond. Heard he was 0 for 5 before last night and shooting three-pointers this offseason. This season, through the preseason. I haven't caught any of the Pistons preseason games. I'll catch up. All right. I seen Blake Griffin got his shit blocked last night. Excuse the language, but it is what it is. All right. But I dropped a video a couple weeks ago talking about I don't really like Andre Drummond shooting threes, and people telling me in the comment section this is the way the NBA is going. Woo, 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 woo. All right. And let me tell you about this real quick. All right. Andre Drummond needs to be a post big guy. See, Blake Griffin, I don't mind him stretching the floor. He's improved his ball handling ability. He's extremely athletic. He's a little bit undersized at the 4. He's improved his three-point shot. Before he got to Detroit with the LA Clippers, he had improved his game to be more of a point power forward, and if that makes sense to anybody. So I can respect that, you know what I'm saying? Andre Drummond, Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, guys like that, you know what I'm saying? It's very, very important for them to dominate the block more than any. Right now, if you go against the Golden State Warriors, 9 times out of 10, Draymond Green would probably to guard Andre Drummond. So why would you want to take Draymond Green out to the perimeter and have Drummond jacking up threes? Seriously, why would you even want that? And people say this is a new wave of the NBA, stretch 4, stretch 5s. Yeah, it's the new wave, but it's not the old school way to play with your back to the basket, because it's been proven over and over again. If you play your back to the basket, big men are more effective. These big men ain't more effective, stretching the floor. Davis stretching the floor, shooting threes at all. He's not more effective. Like I said on plenty of videos before on other platforms, when Akeem Olajuwon, got to Houston, he was more effective. He drastically improved that team, though they already had Ralph Sampson. Okay, Patrick Ewing, when he got to the Knicks, they drastically improved. Okay. Same thing for David Robinson. Shaquille O'Neal got to the Magic. They was the worst team. He improved them by 20 plus games, I believe. They went from like 16 to 18 wins to like 42 or 43 wins off the strength of him playing to his back to the basket. Because why it's so important for a guy with the physical skill set and the physical brute size and strength of Andre Drummond with the back to the basket, what people don't understand is that's important because you'll get better open three-point looks if you play through the post. If you got the right guy. Now, if you got a guy that's just, like Draymond, okay, obviously that ain't his forte. If that's your 5. You got a guy like Clint Capella, he don't have the post skills to do that. So I'm not saying this is the standard, the platinum standard across the board. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you got a guy like Andre Drummond who has the ability, who has the side of speed, who's improved his post game. Okay, and I know Stan Van Gundy was trying to do that, bro. But they need to work on Andre Drummond, put him in the post, and work him out through the post. Okay, the offense doesn't necessarily have to run through Drummond like it ran through Shaq, Ewing, and eventually Ewing would perfect the 10 to 15 footer or so with Dave Robinson and so with Tim Duncan. Okay, but if you play through the post, that automatic and you dominate on the post, it's a game changer. Why is it more important now? For a guy like Drummond, because Drummond is now going against dudes that have no ability, no defense, have no ability to defend him. You know what I'm saying? The average center in the NBA now have no ability to defend him, and the teams that do have the center to kind of defend him, they don't even guard the best player. It's not cross matchups because they don't want their best player to get in foul trouble. And now some of the best players in the NBA don't even play defense no more. So, now you demanding a double team. Now you swinging it out the double team. Now you getting your team open looks, open three-pointers, open cuts to the basket. You're effective. The impact that you're having is drastic. Not because that's the way the game used to be played or that's the right way to play the game, even though that's true. But right now, you not having the best player on the team check you, or these teams don't have a matchup for Dre on the block. So why would I want my 7-foot center, who's one of the most physically gifted, strength, speed, quickness-wise guys, shooting threes, taking away for offensive rebounds, and taking away his position in the paint? You don't want that. But it's up to Andre Drummond to improve his post skills to be that guy. It's up to him. He got the speed, the quickness, the strength, the power. But if you become effective on a block like Shaquille O'Neal, imagine if Shaquille O'Neal played in this league today. Anthony Davis, 200-pound butt, couldn't. I was exaggerating, but he couldn't guard Shaquille O'Neal. Karl Anthony Towns couldn't guard Shaquille O'Neal. And people were like, well, Shaquille O'Neal, probably couldn't go out to the perimeter and guard them guys neither. Hey, look here. If I can get Anthony Davis 23, 24, 25 feet away from the basket, I fucking take it, bro. I take Anthony Davis shooting jumpers all day. When he missed, he not there to rebound. I take that all day. Because he gonna get wore out by Shaq. They don't have no defense for Shaq. The lack of depth at the big man position. You get injured, you get in foul trouble. They don't have nobody behind him. And Andre Drummond can be that, man. Andre Drummond can be that. Al Horford can't guard him, bro. Okay? He can't guard him. In my opinion, Dwight Howard not playing D like he can't guard him. Okay? The Pistons got a great matchup. Tristan Thompson shouldn't be able to guard him. Okay? The dude in Toronto, Valanciunas, he can't guard nobody. All right? Nobody in Charlotte can guard him. Can't nobody guard Drummond in the East but Joel Embiid. That's the only one. And Drummond can bang Joel Embiid, bro. If he learn how to be a better post player, it will open up everything for the Pistons, bro. Blake Griffin get more open shots. Reggie Jackson get more cuts to the basket. You get more alley-oops from Blake Griffin. And I'm not saying that the Pistons, will have to exclusively play through Andre Drummond, but it's a luxury that most teams got. Well, some teams got they don't use, and most teams don't have it all. Throw it down to a guy that's physically stronger, taller, and more powerful than anybody else. And you get 2 every time, or you get fouled every time. But he's never. How can you expect Andre Drummond to stretch it out to the 3-point line when he hasn't even mastered the block? It don't work that way, bro. Everybody look at Golden State, they look at Houston, and they think they can. That's the new wave of the NBA. That's not the new wave of the NBA. Your big man stretching it out, shooting threes, and that works for certain teams. But your whole thing is you need a style to beat those teams. So if these teams playing small ball, you need to have your center play bully ball. But the problem is a lot of these dudes, like that's in a Drummond class, Capella, Gortat, Valanciunas, they haven't mastered the post. So they let a Draymond Green, bully them on the block, or they team don't consistently go to them to take advantage of a Draymond Green on the block. Okay? They don't exploit that. They want to go out here and try to be Houston and try to be Golden State. They want to go out here and try to jack up threes. No, you don't trend with the league, bro. You trend to beat the league. Whatever that style is, you trend to beat the league. You don't trend to become the league. Stan Van Gundy had the right style. Trend to beat the league, but he didn't have the right personnel. Okay? You trend to beat the league. You don't say, okay, we want to jack up more threes this year, like Dwayne Casey saying. Well, you don't have the 3-point shooters to jack up more threes, my brother. Oh, we want Andre Drummond to become Anthony Davis. He ain't Anthony Davis, but he's stronger than Anthony Davis. He ain't Kristaps Porzingis. But we know one thing: Kristaps Porzingis, Anthony Davis, a little bit light in the ass to be guarding Andre Drummond if he mastered the block. You trend to beat the trend in the NBA. And Andre Drummond needs to be on the block, bro. They need to have been working on him. Him shooting the threes this offseason, that's a waste of time. We don't need him now. And when he mastered the block, then he can master the 10 to 15 footer. That's all you need. That was Chris Webber game. That was Juwan Howard game in the post, technically. You know what I'm saying? Going back to Robinson, going back to Duncan, going back to Elijah, going to successful big men. Don't let these dudes fool you. This ain't a guards league. This ain't the wings league. Right now they make it into a guard and wing league because they want to make the 4s and the 5s guards and wings, but it's not that type of league. It's still a big man league. But they don't utilize the big man. They trying to erase the big man, like Greg Monroe said the other day, but it'll come back. Some coach will figure out there to stop having Karl Anthony Towns stretch out to the three-point line and go to the corner. Some coach will figure out Anthony Davis more effective on the block. Some guys will figure out, DeAndre Ayton and Joel Embiid is better on the interior. Some teams will figure that out. Other teams, they figure it out too late. The NBA is a trend league. This is the league, the wing players, okay? This is the league. They trending towards wings. But you need to have the personnel to beat that style. And to beat that style is the interior, be dominant, and get closer to the rim and get two and make your big man, own the paint. And where they have to double team him, and then you get open threes to match that. Then you get easy cuts to the basket. That's why I said Andre Drummond, I don't like him shooting threes. Blake Griffin, I don't mind. I never had a problem with a stretch four. Especially with Blake being a little bit undersized. I never had a problem with it. But it's the way you play the game. And the Pistons are trending not to play the game the right way. But Dwayne Casey either going to learn the hard way and learn to adjust. Or, it is what it is. Because ultimately, the playoffs don't change. You still need to play half-court ball. And that's what Golden State and Houston get a little bit of trouble at, okay? But Smart C Sports Talk, want to make that small discussion, man. I shout out to everybody to understand what I'm saying. I want to hear your comments in the comment section. I'll be checking them. Had a little technical difficulties with that, but y'all know what it is. We gone.